The evolution of space tourism in sci-fi, from imagination to reality. Introduction. Welcome everyone to today's exciting journey into the world of space tourism as imagined by sci-fi. Today, we're exploring how science fiction has taken the concept of space tourism from the pages of books and screens of movies into the reality we're seeing today. How did science fiction envision humans venturing beyond Earth for leisure? Let's explore the evolution, challenges, and societal implications of space tourism in sci-fi and how these imaginative stories inspired real-world dreams. Space tourism. From impossible fantasies to the beginnings of reality, the journey started with science fiction. 1. The early imagination of space tourism. The concept of humans traveling to space for leisure is not new. It has its roots in the early 20th century. In classic sci-fi literature, authors like Jules Verne and H.G. Wells were some of the first to dream of people traveling beyond Earth. Their stories painted a picture of what it would be like to journey through the stars, not just as astronauts, but as ordinary travelers. The journey to the moon, as imagined by Jules Verne, was humanity's first vacation to the heavens, albeit through fiction. Space tourism, in its early form, was about fantasy and escapism, a chance to escape the mundane and explore the final frontier. 2. Sci-fi movies that shaped space tourism. The silver screen brought space tourism to life with stunning visuals and grand narratives. 2001, A Space Odyssey, was one of the earliest movies to depict ordinary people traveling through space. In the film, a space station served as a stopover, a glimpse of what interplanetary travel might look like for the masses. The idea of space hotels, lunar tours, and vacations among the stars became a recurring theme in sci-fi movies. Movies like The Fifth Element took it further by showing luxury space cruises and entire worlds accessible for exploration. These films transformed the concept of space travel from missions into vacations, making it seem both glamorous and accessible. 3. Evolution of space tourism in sci-fi literature. Sci-fi literature has consistently expanded the concept of space tourism. From Isaac Asimov to Arthur C. Clarke, authors began imagining not just brief excursions, but entire civilizations that relied on space travel as a means of tourism and trade. Arthur C. Clarke's works often depicted the moon as a tourist destination, complete with lunar hotels and sightseeing trips. In Clarke's stories, space was not just a realm for scientists and astronauts. It was a place where people could vacation, much like a trip to an exotic beach. The evolution of space tourism in literature mirrored humanity's desire to make the unreachable reachable. 4. Challenges of space tourism. Portrayed in sci-fi. The challenges of space tourism have also been a recurring topic in sci-fi. Logistical challenges such as dealing with zero gravity, radiation exposure, and the difficulty of maintaining life support systems are often depicted in fiction. In The Expanse series, for example, space tourism is depicted with all its inherent dangers, from equipment failures to political tensions between Earth and Mars. Sci-fi authors have never shied away from showing the harsh realities of space travel. The vacuum of space, the potential for catastrophic malfunctions, and the psychological impact of isolation. Space tourism may seem glamorous, but sci-fi reminds us that the dangers of space are real and ever-present. 5. Ethical implications of space tourism. Sci-fi has also used space tourism as a platform to explore ethical dilemmas. Should space travel be accessible to everyone, or just the wealthy elite? In movies like Elysium, we see the division of society, where the wealthy live in luxury in space, while the less fortunate remain on Earth, suffering. This theme raises questions about inequality and the ethics of who gets to explore space. In Altered Carbon, space tourism becomes a symbol of wealth, where the powerful exploit their ability to travel beyond Earth, while the masses are left behind. Space tourism in sci-fi often mirrors the class divides we see today, questioning whether the future of space is only for the privileged. 6. Real-world inspiration from sci-fi. Many of today's leaders in space exploration cite sci-fi as their inspiration. Elon Musk, for example, has mentioned that sci-fi films like The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy inspired him to make space accessible to everyone. The development of space hotels, commercial spacecraft, and even tourist trips to the International Space Station have all been influenced by sci-fi's imagination. The boundary between science fiction and science reality is becoming increasingly blurred, thanks to the innovators inspired by fiction. Science fiction didn't just predict space tourism, it inspired it, making what seemed impossible a target to achieve. 7. Space hotels and luxury tourism in sci-fi. The concept of space hotels has been a staple of sci-fi for decades. In The Expanse, we see stations orbiting planets designed to cater to visitors, complete with luxury amenities. Wall-E takes it even further by portraying a spacefaring cruise where humans live in complete luxury, albeit at a cost. These portrayals raise interesting questions about the future of hospitality. How will we adapt the comforts of Earth to a completely different environment in space? Luxury space tourism in sci-fi envisions a world where the rich can float among the stars, enjoying comforts unimaginable today. 8. The future of space tourism. Predictions from Sci-Fi often looks far into the future, imagining not just how space tourism will start, but how it will evolve. Interstellar travel, wormholes, and vacations on distant planets have all been portrayed as the ultimate form of tourism. In Interstellar, space travel is essential for the survival of humanity, but sci-fi also offers a more optimistic view, where space travel is not just for survival, but for enjoyment and curiosity. The future of space tourism, as imagined by sci-fi, involves not just our solar system, but the entire galaxy, a limitless frontier waiting to be explored. What will it mean for humanity when space travel becomes as ordinary as getting on an airplane today? 9. Social and cultural impact of space tourism in sci-fi space. Tourism isn't just about the act of traveling, it's about what it means for society. In many sci-fi stories, space tourism changes how people view Earth. In Avatar, the exploration of Pandora is driven not just by the desire for resources, but by the sheer curiosity of exploring a new world. Space tourism opens up new cultural exchanges, but it can also lead to exploitation. Sci-fi often warns us of the dangers of colonizing other worlds for profit. The cultural impact of space tourism in sci-fi is profound. It challenges our understanding of ownership, exploration, and what it means to be a visitor in someone else's world. 10. Conclusion. From fiction to reality. Space tourism was once a dream confined to the pages of science fiction. Today, we are seeing the beginnings of that dream come to life, as companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin take the first steps in making space accessible to the public. Science fiction has not only imagined this future, it has inspired it, pushing us to turn dreams into reality. The story of space tourism is a testament to humanity's desire to explore, to push beyond the boundaries of what we know, and to make the impossible possible. As we continue to push into space, let's remember the lessons of sci-fi, the challenges, the ethical questions, and the incredible possibilities that await us among the stars. Final call to action. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the evolution of space tourism in science fiction. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to #Emperor Science and Fiction for more deep dives into the world of science fiction and beyond. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What part of space tourism excites you the most? Let us know in the comments below. For more great content, be sure to explore our other channels. #Emperor University, #Emperor Artificial Intelligence, #Emperor Nature, #Emperor Aviation, #Emperor Entertainment, and #Emperor Music. Links to each channel are in the description below.